up to us now. No? You close your eyes and you wake up, it's already 2020. No? Coming in, I'm happy to see so many familiar places, so many familiar faces, sorry. From our MC who was there pala in UP, I'm just a year older, batch 88 ako eh. So, kung 89 ka, no? I saw DPR, classmate in high school, and a couple of more people, Jamea, who's looking over her sis, who was my ex-girlfriend, in telling her not to date me. So I saw her here today. So, you know, familiar faces. But come to think of it, what's 1989? That's 24 years ago. Next year, 25th anniversary na. No, 25 years, it's so fast. I guess a lot of you here are either my age or a little bit younger. And before, when they talk about change, they talk about a generation, 30 years, diba? But now change happens so fast. Can you imagine a Philippines without BPOs? But can you imagine that 15 years ago, there was no outsourcing in the country? Can you imagine life without a cell phone? Diba? But 2 decades ago, there wasn't there were no cell phones. In fact, we had to bribe PLDT linesmen to connect, you know, and there were people who actually, it was their racket to go around, say, if you pay me 2,000 or 3,000, I'll connect a line. And I still remember our party line, si Marco Sison, because he was a singer, no? So things change and happen so fast. I started out in Jeremiah 29:11. No? I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope in the future. It talks about plans. No? It's a cliche. Those who fail to plan to fail, but it's a truth. No? In your line of business, you have to keep planning. No matter how good your plans are. Benedict told me, number one problem is still talent. You may have the best location, you offer the, you know, best benefits, whatever, but we run out of talent. That's not something your companies or your association can plan. It's something that you need the help of government, attitude of parents, the debate between whether we should learn more English or start teaching our children Filipino. No? By the way, that's happening now. In public schools, it's so difficult because so hard to learn English. But in private schools, the children of the richer portion of society is finding a hard time to teach their children Filipino. So it's existing together. No? But going back, so planning is very important. But when you look at that verse is really about faith, di ba? It's about believing in something that the Lord will prosper you, even if you can't see it, if you cannot hold it. And I'm really a man of faith. I'm an optimist by nature, no? And I believe that you have to have faith, because if you don't have faith, you won't have hope. And if you don't have hope, you won't act. You'll wake up wanting to go back to sleep, or wanting to just watch a movie or watch TV. If you don't have hope, you won't act, you won't look for a job. If you don't have a job, you can't buy a cell phone. You can't buy a cell phone, and you don't have a job, you can't also get a credit card. You don't have a credit card, you don't have a paycheck, you don't have a cell phone, you won't also go to, you can't buy anything. So you won't go into retail. So that's it for the call centers. Because your top 3 is telcos, retail, and bank, and complaining about your credit card, which you overcharged or whatever, you know, customer service. You know. So we wake up in a world that's really has a symbiotic relationship, diba? You have to have enough faith to build this kind of business in our country. Once upon a time, they said it's all India. No, forget the Philippines. But a lot of you here who were pioneers believed in the country, and that was what enabled the speaker in the video a while ago to say, we're one of the best in the world. And now the Philippines has arrived, diba? But without the pioneers, and some of them are in this room, who believed, who had faith, who acted and had hope. And like Cebu, for example, Cebu's number 6 or number 7 already in the world, no? I was in Bohol during the campaign, And the governor with people there were saying, you know, our problem is jobs. Now, there's a big hotel opening, a hotel chain, and it's a very, very big hotel. I think they invested close to ₱1 billion. And the mayor said, sir, I was so happy because finally there's going to be jobs. So I brought someone from my town, since the hotel is in my town, and said, I want him to be a dishwasher. And he said, don't tell me you will not accept a dishwasher from this town. And the manager said, I'm sorry, we already have a dishwasher and she's from Manila. So he said, I cannot accept that. How can we have a dishwasher from Manila? So the dishwasher came out and said, sir, please don't be upset. Because I'm a dishwasher, but I'm a college graduate. I applied as a management. No? So, but because I couldn't find a job in Manila, I moved to Cebu. Couldn't find a job in Cebu, I moved to a job here. But I don't mind working for a while in the kitchen because I know I'll work myself up. No? So after discussing that, and it was a tragic but a funny story at the same time. The mayor was laughing because, of course, he told his townmate, di ba, na, well, you're not even a high school graduate. She's a college graduate. It's tragic that a college graduate has to be a dishwasher, but in a hotel, they have to get the best people. So the governor said, you know what? The chance of Bohol is call centers. We saw how Cebu rose up not only in tourism, but also because it's a melting pot. So many people study here from all over the region and from Mindanao and stayed here because of the call centers. But I said, go. But even if you can have the infrastructure, and even if they want to move in, diba, do you have people who can speak English? Do you have people who can speak foreign languages? Do you have supervisors? Do you have managers? And if you do, are they here in Bohol or are they in Cebu and are they in Metro Manila? Diba? So